While you were busy tracing the royal lineages in Game of Thrones, the showrunners snuck in some great Easter eggs and secret hints for the most observant fans. Observant reader, did you notice these nuances? Do you have any knowledge at all, or are you like Jon Snow and have no idea what's going on? If you need a break from the violence and murder of Game of Thrones, here are some of the hidden Easter eggs you may have missed. The Sword of Gandalf and the Iron Throne. Did you know that one of the hundreds of swords that make up the fabled Iron Throne really came from the Lord of the Rings movie set? Affirmative, you have a point there. The throne features Gandalf's sword from the Lord of the Rings. Did Glamdring escape your keen gaze? It seems that the two other realities are connected. The picture is available for viewing here. George Bush appearance. You may recall that King Joffrey ended Season 1 by putting decapitated heads on pikes. One of the heads, at least, looked just like George W. Bush. President Bush's head appears in a handful of execution scenes, showrunners David Benioff and D.B. Weiss said. This is neither a personal preference nor an ideological stance. The Littlefinger foretelling. Littlefinger has more tricks under his sleeve than just manipulation and plotting. Baelish has the power of prophecy. People die at their dinner tables, he tells Robin Arryn in episode 8 of season 4. They pass away peacefully in their beds. They keel over their privy and die. As the saying goes, death comes to us all. You won't believe the meanings Baelish buried in plain sight. A tribute to Star Wars from Jaime Lannister. Maybe you haven't noticed, but Jaime Lannister and Luke Skywalker have many similarities. The parallels between the two characters are striking, and although they haven't been acknowledged officially, it's reasonable to assume they share many traits. Celebrity guest appearances. Among the most iconic and significant scenes in Game of Thrones was the Red Wedding. Others who were there, including Will Champion, must have found it much more eerie. You could have thought you were going crazy that day. Indeed, the Coldplay singer was among the musicians during the reigns of Castamere. Westerosi map equals British and Irish map. If you do the math, you'll see that the Game of Thrones map is really a British map superimposed over an inverted Irish map. It's little wonder, therefore, that the program is so popular. It's set in Ireland, and some of its storylines are based on real-life events from the country's past. Methods of combat used by Brienne and Tormund. Here's a Game of Thrones reference that most viewers missed. Do you remember in Season 4 when Brienne brutally tore the Hound's ear off with her teeth? She shares this tactic of defense with her current suitor, Tormund. During the mayhem of the Battle of the Bastards, Tormund also sank his fangs into his adversary. Possible hint towards Brienne and Tormund dating in the future? We certainly hope so. Indeed, the theory of R plus L equals J has already been verified. If you've always believed R plus L equals J, you may have been waiting for Game of Thrones to finally prove it. In fact, a great hint pointed in that direction far back in the pilot episode. In Season 1, Episode 4, Jon tells Sam that he has no idea who his mother is. If you look attentively, you can make out a clever concealed message. Next to him, a tree has the initials RL in carvings. Comparison of Jon Snow and Daenerys Targaryen. The R plus L equals J idea was all but verified in the Season 6 finale, but we had been given signs earlier in the season as well. Reminiscent of the incredible moment in Season 3 when Daenerys rose above all of her supporters, Jon's appearance from under the mound of people during the Battle of the Bastards was a fitting conclusion to the battle. The R plus L equals J idea arose from the possibility that this reflection meant that Jon Snow and Daenerys were linked.